Let's now move on to other stories. And the National Police Service remains on the spotlight for the wanton brutality meted on Kenyans who were caught outdoors when the nationwide curfew kicked off last night. Images of law enforcers beating up citizens have sparked anger, with the Law Society of Kenya threatening to move to court on Monday to question the curfew's constitutionality. The Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, has in the meantime cautioned police officers deployed to enforce the curfew that they will bear individual responsibility for any human rights violations and excessive use of force. Francis Gashuri has those details.
The violent and brutal start of the nationwide curfew, ordered by the National Security Advisory Council, chaired by President Uhuru Kenyatta. Whips, batons and kicks were the language of police officers deployed to enforce the curfew. Those caught at the wrong place at the wrong time, finding it rough. Such scenes sparking national outrage. The Likoni ferry chaos, hours before the curfew, setting off the first nationwide curfew in Kenya's post-colonial history on a wrong note. The Law Society of Kenya, through its president Nelson Harvey, blasting the police force for excessive use of force, noting that the penalty for contravening a curfew was a fine of not more than 1,000 shillings or a jail term of 3 months and not corporal punishment. LSK moving to court on Monday to contest the constitutionality of the curfew, insisting police conduct last night could pose more danger than good in averting the coronavirus spread.
We must start with our personal discipline on what we do. We don't need to take excuses and run up and down and try blaming the police for what they have done. Yes, I know it is not right. Yes, I know they were provoked beyond a certain level. But as a service, we would always have said it is regrettable, and we'll always take the appropriate action against individual police officers if they go beyond their excesses.
The Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, has urged Kenyans to obey the curfew guidelines and remain indoors to avert altercations with law enforcers. However, IPOA has asked police officers to conduct themselves professionally and within the confines of the law, including reasonable use of force. And should any officer violate the law or abuse human rights, they will be held liable individually. Federation of Women Lawyers FIDA Kenya has asked the government and ferry services management to separate queues for women, children and persons with disabilities to avert a commotion at the Likoni Channel. But the police service is blaming employers for inconveniencing their employees yesterday.
I'm appealing to employers. When there is a curfew, you must take time and revise your programs so that you better have people reaching in your office at 7, then they leave at 3 p.m. so that they reach their homes on time. We don't want to be chasing members of public who are working very hard, running after them because of their employers.
Among the guidelines issued to police officers in enforcing the curfew include identifying themselves, ensuring all individuals remain indoor, stopping and detaining individuals found outdoors, stopping, searching and detaining vehicles in violation of the curfew, granting police bonds to detained persons, and use of proportionate force where non-violent means are inadequate. It is the first time Kenyans are witnessing a countrywide curfew, and in Nairobi, it is the first time being in 1982 during that aborted coup. The government insisting this is one of the ways of putting at bay the spread of coronavirus, a virus that has wreaked havoc globally. Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV.